Hmm. Trying to get my refresh this. There we go. All right. Hello, everybody. How is you? Oh, Florida's hidden treasure. Hey, Margot. First one in, huh? Well, I thought I would do a little hangout since I haven't done one in a while. Been laid up a little while for that knee issue. So, first because market doesn't count. Ain't no problem, Beth. I thought I'd do one for a little while. I don't have a whole lot to do because I'm out of inventory to process. But I do have some stuff to clean and package and all that. So, and then I'm going to work on my inventory books. So how's everybody been? I've had better with the knee issue. I think it was from, I just kind of overdid it that weekend we played for the party. I'd been going nonstop that whole week. I think I overdid the stretching the old MCL because I was out cutting wood for the fire pit and all that with the chainsaw, and I had to bend over and do that. So I was straining those ligaments in the back of my leg. So, and then by the end of Saturday night, after we played, I was hurt and I couldn't even enjoy myself. But everybody else had fun. And I'm having a bad hair day, so hence the hat. Yeah, there are these this kind here. The Harris Optic. This is the Harris Optic One teleset, and I had them listed for like $50 a piece, and the guy sent me a best offer of $220 for 5 of them. Like, I only paid 5 cents, so yeah, I'll take it. You know, I'd be stupid not to. I got 300, and I picked it up. It was from the right in town. It's like I'm in outskirts of Mason, Ohio, and they were the Warren County telecom place is over there, and they put stuff on Gov Deals. And my nephew let me know they were on there, so I bid on them and stuff, and I won them for $17. And I went and got them, and he even come out and helped me load because he's in charge of the telecommunications center there for the county. So he helped me load them up, and I had a truckload full of them. 307. I forget how many boxes. There was 11 per box, and I forget how many boxes we had, but it filled up the back of. I have an 8-foot bed on my truck, and it filled it up. But I still had to put some in the. I have an extended cab. Had to put some in back there too. So it just goes to show you 372 phones for $17. So yeah. But he and I also we refine gold out of electronics. So what doesn't sell, we're going to take them apart and see what's in there. So and refine that. We do a little bit of everything, or I do. He does all the work. I do, or he does all the refining. I do all the electronic stripping and stuff. So, but we found a clean green way to do that with we're using rubbing alcohol, or no. Let's see, white vinegar, distilled white vinegar, salt, and peroxide. That's what it is, and it takes the foils off of the memory sticks in the computers, and then you got to smelt that down and all that. So he does all that. But I did research and found a cleaner way to do it because the other stuff is just there's toxic, and you got to wear these masks and all that. So I'm just watching it outside. It sounds like a war zone here because I have a with the tin roof on the house, and had that put on a couple years ago. It's by Darcraft. And they insulate the roof and then put the steel on there. Anyway, there's walnut trees back here. So all of a sudden you hear boom. It's drop. It sounds like grenades going off at the house. Dogs come running in here like, Mom, we're under attack. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here cleaning. I'm getting all the stickers off of them and cleaning all the little crevices and packaging them up because these 3 are all going out today. So, and I got to remember to go put, I have a package that's got to be picked up today. I'm hoping to get these packed up today in time to go with the pickup. So, that's what I'm hoping. So yeah, if you hear a loud noise, it is just the walnuts bombarding the top of the house. And if you have a walnut tree and a tin roof, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I thought about going out and collecting them and making some water-based stain because I'm going to be redoing my fence in the spring. And I'm going to get the raw pine timber, lumber, whatever you want to call it, and use that and then stain it with the water base and then seal it so it doesn't drain off when it rains. What's everybody else working on today? Anything fun? I can't believe I am all caught up. I couldn't believe that. I went out to grab some more inventory, the unprocessed stuff, to process it, to get it listed, and my bin is empty. I'm thinking, oh, gosh. I was so busy with band work and stuff and getting ready for that I wasn't paying attention to my needed process stuff, because I like to keep a tote out there full of stuff, of course, to keep me listing. So I'm like, oh goodness, what will I do? I could have taken the day off and gone and played, but there ain't nothing to do. Everybody's at work. Hey, Robin. What up? Oh. Well, ain't that just nifty neato? No stickers to take off this one. Awesome. Oh, it's getting better. I can walk on it. It's turning it. If I turn a certain way, left or right, oh my God, it feels like somebody just chopped it off with an axe, you know. So it's definitely the MCL. And I go to the doctor on the 13th to see what can be done about it, which I don't know. They said therapy, but I'm thinking therapy consists of walking on it, and that's where I'm having a problem with. And stretching, it's not going to help it any. So we'll see. I think they need to put a stabilizer brace on it. I wore one in high school when I hurt my other knee. It has the metal braces on it to keep me from turning it from left or right. Uh-oh. The wrenches are flying. Or as my dad would say, and it starts. Which is usually what he said as soon as me and my nephew started fighting. Because he's only like 3 years younger than me. The one that works at the county. And what one didn't think of, the other one did. That's kind of the way we were. We could fight and beat the hell out of each other. It'd be okay, but let somebody else pick on one or the other, and we'd be on them like Flies on the carrot crap. I hate cleaning phones. They're kind of nasty if you think about it, especially all the earwax. It's kind of gross. It's like, thank God for Goo Gone. Ugh. Ugh. Well, we tried to do the best we could with going live with our show the other night with the band, but my son-in-law didn't publish the first set like a dummy. So you guys, if you didn't get to see the first set, that's for a lot of it was all great. We all had a good time. I think we all did great. And if you couldn't tell, I was back here playing the bass, and I was already in pain. My knee was killing me. I kept shifting my feet from one leg to the other, or the weight from one leg to the other. But we had a good time. We had a big turnout too. I was shocked. I bet we had almost 50 people there. I'm glad I told them to bring their own chairs because we only had like 20. Yeah, we've only been playing together as a band since August. So, but we did find some more videos of that other people took and put them up on our page, our middle page. So we're not going to put those on the YouTube because they're already on our Facebook page. So we want to try to get better videos to put on YouTube, better sound quality. Thank you, Beth. I thought we did all right. I was a little pitchy on Witchy Woman, which I don't know if anybody's seen that one or not. But like I said, I was already in pain, so I was trying to concentrate on the music, but it's hard to do when you're hurting, so. But I didn't let it stop me. I kept going. The show must go on. My daughter had a really good time. She did a really good job. That was my oldest, not my oldest sister, but my next oldest sister that was up there singing with her. But yeah, it was fun. We're hoping to do an across the decade show, maybe for the Pretzel Festival next year, and next summer, next spring. Do the across the decades with different music from different eras and genres, which is going to be a challenge because we have to change it to fit my daughter's voice and how she likes to sing. So that's going to be fun. But we can do it. I mean, we got the best compliment. My sister's husband, he came over and helped us do sound. He's in a wheelchair and he used to play. He played in bands for over 40 years. And he's very, very critical. I mean, super critical. And we were worried, he sat there and listened to us the whole night. And the next day, my sister come over, because we had all the leftovers, of course. So they come over to eat. And she said, "You're not going to believe what Jack said." I'm like, "What?" I was expecting the worst, And I was expecting the worst comment ever. He said he expected us to come in to do this like a car, just kind of putting through. He says, "But you guys come in like a locomotive and went out like a locomotive." He said, "You took some of the hardest songs and simplified them and made them sound great." He said he couldn't believe it. He was impressed. He said, especially for what shorter time we've been playing together. So he was that's a big compliment coming from him, because like I said, he is super critical, negative Nelly, you know. You can't, unless you do it the way he does it, then you're doing it wrong type person. So that was a huge compliment, and it just made the whole band just light up, you know. I was happy. I mean, he's one of those that you want to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all type people. And you just want to pinch his head off when he does make bad comments. But to receive a compliment from somebody like that who can play, the man can play like no other when it comes to guitar. He knows his music. I'll give him that. He's an ass, but he knows his music. So that just made our day. And I was in pain because I didn't even get schnockered enough to even have a hangover the next day. So let's put it this way, I still got plenty of beer in the keg. Yeah, I'm having a bad hair day, so on went the hat. Actually, I didn't feel like doing nothing with it today, so I took a shower last night, and I got up, I was like, everywhere. So I'm like, We start a lot of trouble in Valerie's Hangout. Oh, well, we got 5 viewers. Who else is in here? All in fun. All right. Oh. I'm supposed to be going to the Renaissance Festival again this Sunday, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go or not. It's a lot of walking, a lot of hills. And my daughter is adamant about everybody dressing up, which my costume requires me wearing boots, which is what I had on the other night at the party. And I think that had a lot to do with my knee issue, because I was on uneven ground to begin with. Plus all the other stuff I had done preparing that week. I just love days like that. It's taking me that long because I sit and I pack everything up first. Well, at least I prepare it for packaging. Do that first. First I gotta figure out what kind of box I'm gonna put these things in. Yeah, I hate. I'm gonna miss the Posh Talk or whatever it is tomorrow. Because I'm gonna be pulling all my Halloween decorations down, getting them ready for Tuesday, which I'm not gonna go all out like I normally do because I'm the only one decorating, and I know my knee's not gonna let me do a whole lot. So I have a couple ideas I want to do, try to make it still creepy looking for the kids. Something different than I did last year, because every year they all swarm up here. No soup, no recipes. I have some soup. I got some tomato basil I'm gonna have a little later. So that's my favorite soup, is tomato basil soup. Absolutely love that. Okay, I'm gonna order some more big boxes. I'm out of. I know, this is my sport. Let's see. Probably gonna have to cut this down. No weather reports. It's sunny here. A little chilly, but not too awful bad. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this box down. There's too much room. Too much room. We'll see. We shall see. No, actually, there's not. Man, I forgot to pick up craft paper. I hate that. Not craft paper, craft paper. Pinterest Live. Pinterest Live. Did I even do that? Oh, you're talking about the recipes and all that goody stuff. Okay, yeah. I'm just now on my second cup of coffee, so I get it. A little slow today. Kind of slept in this morning. Sorry if that's a little loud. Oh. I need something there. Okay. Okay, Governor. Do we have? I say stuff like this all the time. Which Teresa, she's like, why do you keep that? I said, because I will find a use for it. And I have. She forgets that I spent 20-some years in a manufacturing company where we made our own boxes for a lot of custom items and stuff like that. So I can pretty much turn a piece of cardboard into just about anything. I like my hat. Teresa got me a new hat. It's DC Comics. Like all the it's got Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, Supergirl. It's got all the female heroes in it. All right, so that's going to be 2 long. So I need to cut them off. Let's see. I do too. My sister saves boxes for me all the time because she knows that. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you now. The summer keeps calling from Northeast Georgia. Way in Northeast Georgia. I have no clue who they are. Don't even speak English for that matter. And I said, keep calling. I'm going to wait till about 2 o'clock in the. Wait till about 2 o'clock in the morning and call it back. How you like me now? Beyond. Yeah, the band and I are taking about 2 weeks off, 2 weekends off, and then we're going to get started on our new set. Because for one, our drummer and our lead guitarist are dating, and they just got them a place together, so they're spending the weekend moving. Oh. Yeah, I see that we got 5 viewers, at least on this one. We're on this side. Yeah, 5 watching now. Oops. I have to say, I love being able to take something and turning into that's just sitting there and turning into something I can use with just a few cuts and some tape. Oh. Love it, love it, love it. Tell them it's educational for you. There we go. There we got some space tape wrapper. That. Sure. Excuse me. I hate using a perfectly good box. Sometimes you gotta do it. To make sure there's nothing in that box, huh? Oh, it's a spacer anyway. I am piling up so much shit for this yard sale. I'm so glad my yard sale's over. I'm not going to have another one for a long time. Although, I do plan to go to the church and help them with their rummage sale because a lot of the stuff they're selling is mine. So, but I donated, so I have to go help them and tell them what it is. We have a rummage sale like once a month at the church to help them pay their taxes every month. Now let's see the shoebox. Oh, I forgot I had those big ass bubble wrap things from the Dollar Tree. Okay. Yeah, I went through all my listings yesterday from each category, and I, you know how eBay lets you know if there's been no activity on it for X amount of time. It's got that gray line across there. So I went in and I ended all those listings, and then I went back and relisted them using sell similar, and that's what I was saying in the chat on Valerie's show, that it gives a new part number, a new item number. It makes it look like a new listing. So I did that yesterday. And then when I got to my others category, there was a bunch of my clothing in there because I forgot to put the store category on. I was like, well, shit, no wonder it's not selling. Not even the right category. Because most people, when they go to your store, if you have certain categories, you know, for like women's clothing or men's clothing or shoes or whatever, that's where they're going to look. They're not going to look in your other category where it's listed as others unless they're just perusing. But if they're looking for something in particular, they're not going to look there. So I was like, oh crap, no wonder. And that's where the because when I sell my phones, I only list so many at a time. And let's see, what side is this? So I had the next set of 6, because I do 6 at a time. I had them listed in the others category rather than my electronics category. I don't really know if that made a difference because they still show up in the eBay search, but still. I don't know. Just seemed like as soon as I changed it, I got that sale through the night. I use them because, well, for one, it keeps me able to keep a good lid on what I've got. Good handle, not a good lid. So I like to know, you know, what it is I have. And it's easier for me to do that because then I can go through and select each category and go through and check everything rather than having to go down through 600 listings at a time. If you've got 100 shirts that you're going to look through looking for something, it's easier than having to scroll down through every single listing you have. Especially if you have, like, for instance, when I had that one item that was relisted, I knew I'd sold it. So I went into my sold category, or sold items, into the category that it was in, and found it within minutes. If I would have had to go back through every single sold item I had without it being in a category, it'd have taken me all day. Oh, I hear the pitter-patter of doggy feet. You gotta go outside, Tanner? That old man, he has to have his 3 teeth pulled. He came in the other morning, or the other evening, with his jaw all swollen, and I thought he'd gotten stung. I'm gonna go out real quick and put that package out on the porch, make sure it's not my mail lady, because sometimes she's early, so I'll be right back. Where are you barking at? Hold on a minute, I'm coming. Oh, okay, I'm back. Oh. Oh, I know. Gotta have store categories. I like them. It works for me. So I use it. Stuff. I still kept the category because you never know. I might find, a vintage piece of Fiesta ware glass or something. Glass. I kept that glassware just in case. Because some people do search by category, not just by item. I think. That's the space. They're packing. Let's see. This is on 5 pounds, which I think it is. Which means I'm going to get out another scale if it is. Try to keep my work area clean and organized because there's nothing I hate more than having to keep moving stuff. I go from one thing to another. All right. This here needs to be down here. I had a return the other day. Lady kind of ticked me off. I seal everything in plastic bags and I take them and put them in a tote out in my storage unit or my storage area out in my yard. And I smoke, but I smoke outside only. Well, no, I don't. I'm going to smoke in the house. And I wash it. When I get it from the thrift shop, I wash a lot of stuff because you just don't know. And that's my personal preference. So, well, anyway, this lady gets this blouse. And she was already asking me 50 million questions about it when she got it. And she's like, she finally paid for it, $12, no big deal, $12. Anyway, she gets it and then sends me a message that it smells like smoke, cigarette smoke, blah, 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 all this, that the package stunk. And I know better than that. Sorry, you're seeing the bottom of my chin, but I gotta put the little thingies, little face on my chin. But anyway, I know better because I've been selling clothes for the last, I'm going on 5 years now, and I've never had a complaint of cigarette smoke. And I do know that sometimes the postal carriers smoke in the trucks. Oh, yeah, I gotta get the other scale out. This one only goes up to 5 pounds. Anyway, so I sit back, that we have everything clean. And if it's really bad, I'll have it taken and have it dry clean. Which I don't know where to put these. especially if it's a really nice shirt. It's worth buying. It says a funky odor. I'm going to have it clean. Well, anyway, I get it back, and I hand it to Teresa, who does not smoke. And I said, smell this. Let me see if you think it smells like smoke. And she's like, well, no, it smells like fabric softener. You know, like, I don't use a whole lot. And I know there's people that are sensitive to it, but how do we know that when, you know, it's not like they tell us that you know, they're sensitive to smells or whatever. But anyway, it didn't smell like smoke. So I got to looking around where she's at. She's in San Pedro, which was close to some of the wildfires. So I was just wanting to know the polymer. It don't smell either. In fact, it's right here. Don't smell nothing like that. It smells like plastic. I mean, you can almost smell I put a little tiny little piece of fabric sheet in there. Then you can smell that. So I handed it to my other sister and had her. She says, it don't smell like smoke at all. So, but I said, and then I handed it to my daughter. I said, well, let me get your opinion. So I've had 3 different opinions, and all 3 of them said that it does not smell like smoke. So she didn't want to return it because what she said was, it just needs to go in the garbage. I can't believe you sent this stinky thing. I shoved it right back in the bag as soon as I got it. I think I just need to throw it away. And so I said, no. I said, just send it back and I'll give you a refund. Because, you know, usually when they say that, it's because they want to keep it and get their money back. So, but she hasn't left me a negative or nothing. Thank God. Not that it matters. I don't crap. Got a negative one way or the other anymore because it don't, you know, only had 2 or 3 in the last since I started eBay, which was back in 2000. Well, I started on this account in 2003, but I've been on eBay doing eBay since 1998. So 3 negatives in what? Almost 20 years. Not a bad track record. I just think my personal opinion was that she was trying to get something for nothing. When they say I'll just throw it away, because I had a lady do that with a pair of shoes. Those are the people that want to keep the item and want them. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she was trying to do. I've been doing this way too long for her to try to pull the wool over my eyes. She's dumber than a bag of hammers if she think I was going to fall for that. I can't see that. The only bad thing about this other scale that it's not lit. So I need a flashlight here. I had a woman do that with a pair of shoes, and she was saying they were falling apart, blah blah blah. And I checked them. I ain't stupid. Check them before I leave. I bend them every which direction when I get them. 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Yeah, I have 2 different scales. Only because I started with the bigger one, that holds up to 75 pounds. And then I found this other one at the thrift shop for $2. And it's great for smaller stuff. So I used both of them. I was going to sell it. I thought, hell no, I'm going to keep that. Better to have too many than not enough, I guess. But yeah, that woman with the shoes, she was in where was it? Not Oregon, maybe Portland, somewhere around there, around the wildfires. And I'm like, well, just, you know, return the shoes, and I'll give you your money back, because I knew I could relist them and resell them. They're a pair of Nikes. They were nice. And she's like, oh, our town's been put under an emergency, blah, blah, blah. I can't get down to the post office, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, you've been put on an emergency evacuation, but yet you have time to shop on eBay? Okay. you know, did all kinds of stuff. And I finally thought, you know what? Keep the damn shoes. They were given to me in the first place. I got, it was one of those, just one of those days. You know, it just, sometimes people just rub me the wrong way, and it just, I'm thinking it's not worth fighting over. Because I know no matter what I would have done, if I would have taken them back, given her money back, she still would have given me a negative. Let's see. And it's not worth fighting over in my eyes. Now, if they were $100 pair of shoes, oh yeah, I would have fought tooth and nail. But for a pair of shoes that was given to me, and to accept a return, you know, anyway, you got to pay. You pay that anyway, so you have to pay. And I do free shipping, so I was paying to ship it and paying to get it back. And I'm thinking, it ain't worth it. Just keep the damn things. I don't care what you do with them. I didn't say it that way. I said just keep them. Do what you want with them. So I'll give your money back. You know, for a $20 pair of shoes or whatever, it's no big deal. That's like what it cost me more to return them. But there are people that do, and I hate doing that because that just means that she's going to get somebody else. But there's just times when I just do not feel like messing with people like that, and that was one of them. But this lady, when she said, "Oh, I just need to throw it away," you know, I was like, huh, I don't think so. Send it back. I'll give you your money back. So she sent it back, but I ain't heard nothing from her. So no big deal. All right, I need to go print a label here. Let's see. I got enough paper in there. I might have to get some more paper out of the other thing. Ah, lordy days. I've had these shoes for a while. I'm glad they sold. They only sold for like $20, but they're in need of some TLC, so. Of course they're going to Los Angeles. Why wouldn't they be? 2 pounds, 8 ounces. 2 pounds. $9.50. Packing slip. Let's see, 950. Purchase postage. Oh. How do I get suckered into this stuff? ounces. Wait to see when these are going to Michigan. Let's see how much it's going to cost to ship these babies. Wow. They don't weigh 12 pounds, that's for sure. So it's not going to cost me nearly as much. 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Much better. 28. So I have in those phones, I have, let's see, 15, 78, 28. I have $13.21 invested in those phones. With all my fees and shipping. So profit of $106.79. I can't complain about that. Not at all, not at all. From the packing slip. Purchase postage. I'm so loving my new computer and my printer setup. Took me forever to figure out how to get my Dymo to work with this computer, though. Until a lady on one of the pages, my page, the Reseller Cheers page, told me where to look. She said, try out such and such. So I did. And at the very, 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 very bottom of the page, there was a notation that said, if you have this type of Dymo with this model number, you need to follow these steps to get it to be recognized by your computer with Windows 10. So I did that. Sure enough, it worked. So I was shocked. Almost done here. I gotta go through some extra steps, like I gotta change the size of the label, I gotta do this, gotta turn it this way, and a couple of extra steps in the way I'm used to, but it doesn't bother me any. I don't care. I have to go down every time and find the actual size of the label and scroll down, but it doesn't take me very long, so it's no big deal to me. As long as it prints it, I don't care if I have to jump through hoops, which probably wouldn't be a pretty sight, but oh, that's not it. I'm just lucky they have that size in my options. catching up on you guys' chat here. Yeah, I use these this size label, which when I first took them to the post office, before I started having them picked up, the postal clerk looked at me like, "What kind of label is that?" The kind my printer prints out. I've never seen them before. No. I'm like, "Is that a problem?" And she's like, "Oh no, I just never seen them before. I thought she was going to give me trouble because she'd never seen them before." Didn't make very much of them shoes, but I've had them for quite some time because they were back all the way back in my first inventory book. So any profit I make off them is a profit, just to get rid of them. That's the way I look at it. $1 is a profit. If I make $1 off, it's still a profit. I just made my money back. That's what matters to me. Of course, I'd like to make a lot more off things, but if I've got stuff that's been sitting for so long and it needs to go and it's set, and I know that. I know everything that I list. I know what I paid for it. I know what I need to get out of it. I know how long it's been setting. And that's just from all the years I used to work as far as because I was in charge of inventory every year. So this is no different. I know what stuff needs to go, what stuff needs to be used up, as far as materials go and stuff like that when I work there. So especially when you're working with oak and poplar, the longer it sets, the more brittle it gets. So if this batch has been sitting here for over a year, it needs to be used up instead of using in the new stuff that comes off the truck. Use this up first, because when you start tooling it and putting staples and stuff in it, the more brittle it is, the more cracks. And that's what I tried to tell them. You have to use this stuff up, or it's just going to sit there and waste money sitting there. Use it up, cut it into smaller pieces for the smaller boards, whatever. But you got to use it up. Just like with this inventory. If it's been sitting for 4 years, it needs to go, even if you know exactly what you need to get out of it to get your money back. So that's basically what I did. I took a best offer on this because I knew going in what I spent on it, basically what the shipping was going to be on it, as fees and everything. So I knew I'm only going to be making a couple bucks off of it. But I made my money back that I originally spent. So that's all that matters to me on some instances. Plus, making $106 profit on a phone and on 3 phones that total I paid 15 cents for. That makes up that difference. That's another way I look at it. You might only make $1 on something or $2 on something. You've made your money back. You're thinking, oh, I've only made $2, but then you have that one item that you sold that you may have only paid pennies on the dollar for and sell it for a couple $100. So you're making up your difference. That's the way I look at it. Some people might look at that like, oh my God, I only made the $2 off of that. Well, I just made $106 on something I didn't really pay anything for. So it makes up that difference. Because my daughter's boyfriend's whole issue with her doing eBay. He didn't think she was making any money. Yeah, she was making money. She might not have been making tons of it, but she was making her money back in a profit and a little bit of profit. Anytime you make your money back, you're doing good. So, because I keep track of everything, what I spend's in red, what I make's in black. So, and my profit margin, very seldomly do I have red. So I'm happy with that. It's when I have to write that down in red that I don't like. because of, misjudging something or having to take a return and it not selling. So you end up in the red on that particular item because they did sell it. It came back and you had to relist it. It still didn't sell. So you have to eat the glass. So let me get this stuff back. I made good use of I got a bunch of these. I can't think of the word. I'm having issues with remembering words here lately. Pads of paper. They were like a. They look like graph paper. They have like lines this way and this way, but they're actually ledger paper. And so I just converted it and used it the way that I do. I was using in notebooks. So I thought, well, I got all this paper and these have all these little boxes and stuff. So I just changed it up and made use of it as a ledger, my own personal ledger type. Keep track of my sales and my profits. Ooh. So let's get these babies packed up. Cuddle that. Oh, duh. I'm not done. I love these little. I get these little thank you stickers off of eBay to put on my packing slips. And I always write like thank you, and then I add their name, and I add that sticker. Unless it's a name that I can't. Like if it's a company name, I don't put thank you AT&T phones or nothing like that. I just put thank you and I put the sticker. But most generally, I add their name to it, kind of, personalize it a little bit, so that they know that I took the time to look and see what their name was. Just something I like to do. Y'all awful quiet. Whew. I guess the boss is wandering around. I need to go let my dog back in here in a minute. He has to go out quite a bit here lately because I have to give him soft food. And he's a min pin, so it doesn't exactly agree with his belly, so he's constantly pestering me to go out. But he's also liking the fact that he's getting soft food because he has to have 3 teeth pulled. And he's a biter. Me, anyway. He's a nipper. It's just the way he is. It's the breed, or him, anyway. They're bred with Italian greyhounds and dachshunds are nippers anyway. So he's always been a nipper. And when the vet came out and said which teeth they had to pull, she said, dogs have 42 teeth in their mouth. And I said, yeah, I've probably been bit by every one of them from him. And because he don't like his face touched, he don't like his feet touched. And when he had that slip disc in his neck, if you touched him, he would nip at you. Anyway, she says, well, the good news is they're molars in the back. She says, his canines are fine. I said, yeah, but those are the ones that hurt. He's got me a few times, got my daughter a few times. It's just, and he's the type that if he gets a hold of something he knows he's not supposed to have, he will guard it. And if you get near him, he growls at you and raises that lip. I keep calling him Elvis Puppy because he's like, argh. So it gets to the point where you got to go get something, go get him a piece of his dog food. He thinks he's getting a treat, but it's a piece of his dog food. Give it to him just to get back whatever it is he stole. And when we're eating dinner, he will look around for anything that does not belong to him and take off with it. He took off with an empty Pepsi box the other day. Just trotting down the hall with this big old box hanging out of his mouth. Like, you dork. So you can have that. Of course, I go back there a little while later to see what he's doing. He's got it shredded all over the place. Like, oh, you little shit. He's horrible. Wouldn't trade him for the world, but he's horrible. He's 9, so he's getting old and crotchety. Oh, we're down to 3 viewers. Who all's still in here? You guys still in here? Or did you get caught by the boss? I had a brain fart there for a minute. Oh, dude. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a link in the on the reseller squad page. Duh. I copied it and forgot to put a link in there. Let me go. That's not it. What's this? Let me go do that real quick. Morning days, it's kicking up the wind out there. I don't know what's on out there, but it's pretty noisy. This time of year, all my TVs are set to AMC because it's Fear Fest. Love Halloween's my favorite time of the year. So everything's and we got rid of our cable because was using the Kodi. Let's see. To watch live TV on, but then everything got pretty much wiped out on Kodi, so we got Sling TV now. Let's see. Taste. Oh, that's crap. They don't want to know about my telephone. Oh well. Just working. Yeah, we're down to 3 viewers. I think one of them's me because I have it open on the other page. Well, I'm gonna have to go up here and copy this again because I forgot I had used. Let's see where we at here. Paste. Oops. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to go run these out to the front door for the mail lady and go let my doggy in. Hear that? Did you hear that? That was the walnut. I'm gonna check on my dog. Make sure he didn't get hit with one. That's probably why he's. Well, then let me go check and let him in. It's not now, lady. I'm gonna go take these out for the. Hopefully, I haven't missed them. Guys, that's enough. Oh, she hasn't picked up yet, so good to go. So, yeah, I got to work on my inventory books today. Yay. Always fun, always fun. And what I'm doing is basically separating, because I had everything listed, and I'm actually working on a third one now. I had 3 different books with everything listed in 3 books. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting it up. Like I'm going to have one notebook for nothing but shoes, one notebook for nothing but coffee mugs, one for like long sleeve shirts, men's, long sleeve shirts, women's, short sleeve, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm working on today. Rather that way I don't have to keep going through 3 books looking for one item or whatever. So and then I plan on reorganizing my actual inventory to do the same thing, basically. Put like all the Ralph Lauren in one tote, all the Brooks Brothers in one tote. Those are all my popular items in one tote, which would be Ralph Lauren and Brooks Brothers. Those are probably, they're going to know walnut, my top sellers. And then everything else is going to be long sleeve shirts in this tote, short sleeve shirts in this tote, women's this, so on and so forth. So trying to condense some of the totes out there. That way I can manage it a little bit better. That won't be, I won't do that part of it probably till sometime next week after trick or treat and all that. Because I'm going to have to go sometime today and pick up some PVC pipe for one of my displays. And I have to take my stepson's mask to him sometime today. I don't know. I feel like Valerie today. I really don't want to go anywhere. Tired. Because even though I can walk on my knee now, but if I turn a certain way or it turns a certain way, I come unglued, it hurts. Come here. Come here. Oh, looky here. You want to say hello? Oh, goodness. Look. Come here. Are you scared? Does that walnut scare you? There she is. There's Bambi. That's little Bambi. Scared. Scared of the walnuts. Scared of the walnuts hitting the house. She's just shaking. Yeah, they're just a shaking. Let me turn around here so we can see what she looks like. Say hi. Yeah, she's afraid of the walnuts. It's okay. I can't hold you all day though. You guys gotta be careful out there when the walnuts are falling. Can you imagine a walnut hitting her in the head? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to knock the grass out. Or killing a one. I gotta go out with her when she goes out. No. Yeah. Which that's good because these walnut trees, they only harvest or only fruit every 2 years. So, but the bad thing is we got two different trees. So when the one that's directly over the house, it was this time of year to fruit, where the other one over top of my shed didn't. And next year it'd be vice versa. So, but yeah, it's okay. It's outside. It's not gonna get you. Ooh, you're all right. You're big and bad on everything else, but a noise scares you. Now my other dog, she's a rat terrier. She's afraid of the garbage truck. She hears a garbage truck coming. She hides behind the couch. Tanner, he don't like storms. The other two dogs, storms don't. Her and Hope, storms don't bother him. But Tanner, he's scary. He has panic attacks. He has panic attacks riding in the car. So it's always real fun trying to get him to bed. Huh. Yeah. Girl. Come in to visit while I'm working. Yeah. I don't know what to do with myself. Excuse me. Not having a bunch of inventory to go through. And Sundays is when I usually go to the Goodwill because they have their 99-cent tag sale. But we're going to the Renaissance Festival on Sunday, so we'll go then. I guess I'll see what they got on Gov Deals. See if they got clothing on there, huh? I could do that. I really don't want to look at the books. Let's see. Let's go check out Gov Deals. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Yes. Don't clean mouse while watching show. I closed all my tabs. Yeah, I decided to, instead of doing my books, I'm going to look at some Gov Deals stuff and see if there's anything worth getting. And that's where I'm at. Not that I want to drive to Little Rock, Arkansas after anyway. Oh, Bowling Green, Ohio. Let me see what these are. Well, that wouldn't be very much of an investment. Too bad they didn't ship from Gov Deals. Unless you're in Bowling Green University, there's you might not want that. Thank goodness they're selling police uniforms. I didn't think you could do that. I'd be afraid to sell police uniforms. Too many crazies out there wanting to fitness equipment. What was this? Yeah, wrong time of year for that. Anchorage, Alaska, really? Nothing there worth getting. Let's go see what else we got here. I'm not driving to Anchorage, Alaska for shoes. I do like that hat. Oh, those are park ranger hats. That sounds like some really old like Bela Lugosi type stuff. And Lon Chaney spooky movies. Oh, Lebanon, Ohio. What do you have, my friends? Nothing I need. You have Lakota schools, which I know what those are at. Music instrument. That looks like a xylophone. Ooh, pool table. I want that for myself. I looked it on eBay. Go down. Go down. Yeah. Oh. I'm thinking about it. Speaking of Renaissance Festival. Let's see. Check this thing out. I got this at the Renaissance Festival. It is a animated type. If I can get it to work. It's hard to do. But especially it sets on your shoulder. Well, can't get it to work because of the way it's setting, but it moves his head. She's moving a little bit. because I'm holding it rather than having it on my shoulder. See it? It's my little green. This is Artemis, my little green dragon buddy. But he sits on my shoulder, part of my costume. I turn it with that, and then you having a good day, Artemis? So you can make his head move, we can turn it. Oh, it's hard to do because I'm left-handed and I'm holding it this way. But, it's pretty cool. It's all handcrafted. I had to have one. I didn't get one last year, and I seen him. And that green spiky hair looks like me in the morning before my coffee. Well, minus the green hair, but yeah, this is my Artemis. You ready to go to the festival on Sunday? But yeah, he's they're made out of like a polymer, alabaster type material. It has these controls that working. They have some that are very, very intricate. I mean, there was one that I really, really liked. And I was like, oh, how much is that one? They're like, oh, $495. Like, oh, I get that much. Where is he from? He is from our the Ohio Renaissance Festival. Some of they're handcrafted, handmade there. This is part of my costume. When I go back Sunday, he's going to be sitting on my shoulder. This is Artemis. I named him Artemis. You should see when I brought him home, I had him sitting on my shoulder, and people were looking in the car like, what in the world? And I leaned forward, and he's pretty cool. But normally I got him, I'm trying to come up with a better, they have the bottom of him, it's signed by the artist too, by the way, but it's flat, and so I'm going to come up with some kind of a harness where he sits better on my shoulder for my costume. But yeah, everything's handmade, handcrafted. He's pretty cool. He's different colors. He's greens and purples. He's got these great big old green eyes, like a snake eye looking thing. He's got purple toenails. He's really cool. So then they give you like these adoption paper type things, but there's some that are even larger than him, and some that are like really, really small. But I wanted one I could see, that people could see when I was walking around, so he's going to be on my shoulder. So, pretty cool. That's Artemis. Dogs don't like him. I don't know why. You don't like the dogs, do you? I'm trying to move his head. No. But yeah, they're controlled with this like cable and this weighted little thingy here, and it runs up through the back of them. It's all tension type. Really neat. I mean, I wanted one last year, but I didn't get one. And I thought, you know what, this year I'm going to get one. I wanted one, I'm going to get one. So you only live once. But that one they had, his wings were all leather. This is a fabric, some kind of fabric, that shiny fabric. Yeah, like a grown-up Build-A-Bear. You name them and all that. It's pretty cool. They have so many different ones. They even have these little dragon eggs. Little dragon eggs, and they have stuff inside them. It's those little plastic eggs, and they dress them up like dragon's eggs. And they're different pricing, but you can win something like that, like what I had there. And then they give away tickets. They give away raffle tickets. Just give them away, and they call your number. You could win one of those. I mean, it's a really good deal. So, and this Sunday everything's half off. So I'm probably going to buy a couple dragons eggs and see if I can get a couple more. So that's my intention. Oh, checking out those government gov deals. If you've never heard of that, govdeals.com, it's free to sign up, and you can search all over the United States, or you can search by your location, which they don't do. Well, most generally, they don't do shipping. So you'd want to search within your county, which is what I'm doing. Because most of these places, I know where they're at. Some places let's see, where's that? Wilmington, Ohio. The more listings, the better. Ooh, Montgomery County has 19 items. They always have vehicles. What in the world would I want with a school bus? Oh, computer skid. I have all kinds of computer skids. Which a lot of people buy those for the gold out of them, like my nephew and I do. We strip them down, get the memory sticks out of them and stuff, and all the anything gold that has the gold foils on them, and then we run them through our solution, get the gold off of them, then smelt it, and then go turn it in. Well, he does all the smelting. I do all the destructive part of it. I like taking things apart, and I'm pretty quick at it, so. I can strip a laptop top down completely all the way down to its very bare bones and skeleton in less than an hour. That's how many times I've done it. Let's see. Montgomery County, Claremont County, Fairborn. Some places I don't like to drive. I like to stay out close to where I'm at. Oh, my sister's calling. Hello? Oh, matter. I mean, I can walk. It's just still sore. No, I think it's supposed to have a power thing because it doesn't work. It's been put in the phone. Yeah, I've been putting that on there. I think that's been helpful. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll let you know. Okay. All righty. I will talk to you later. All right. All right. Love you too. Bye. My sissy calling to check on me. Yeah, adoption papers like a grown-up Build-A-Bear. Yeah, pretty much. Talking about the dragon. That's what we were just talking about, going to Renaissance Festival. Because it's supposed to be like 40 degrees when we go. So I have to plan my costume around that. I was going to do Brienne of Tarth, but nothing's working out really good with that. So I'm just going to have a I don't know, I got those arm thingies and a flowy shirt, a belt, all that good stuff, which I gotta find my leather pouch. I don't know what I did with it that I got last year to keep my stuff in. I don't know where I put it. It's gonna drive me nuts. I think it's back in that corner. We'll see. Let's see what else is on good deals. We're gonna travel 100 miles. Let's go 25 miles. Let's see what we got. Elbrook. Ain't been up there in a while. Wasn't Carol. What do they have? Most places they seem to only have vehicles anymore. Firefighting gear, including helmets, jackets, pants, and boots. Rain, what do you have? Wow, big old trucks. Bikes. An Elmo projector. Don't know what that is. Toaster oven, bed frame, refrigerators. Nothing there I need. Excuse me. I hate not having stuff to list. I really need to get out and go sourcing, but I don't really want to go by myself. In case my knee was to go out on me or something. That's all I need is to be out by myself and it go completely out. So I have to wait. I mean, I have my crutches. I can always take them with me, but I hate crutches. My underarms are so sore from walking on them damn things. University of Cincinnati. That's all kitchen stuff. Big kitchen stuff. Double ovens, prep tables. We know what UC got. They got a whole new kitchen equipment. What's that? Video board. I want that for myself. Holy crap, that thing's huge. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. They used to put really good stuff on these gov deals, but good lord, I ain't doing it. Nope, don't need a tractor. Don't need an ambulance, at least not yet. Walnut on the top of the house. It really sucks when you're sound asleep, all of a sudden you hear boom. Yeah, I'm almost bored. I really don't want to work on my books, not at all. Oh. I guess I ain't got much choice because Gov Deals ain't got nothing on it that I need. And my sister called to ask me if my TV was acting funny. I was like, no. She said hers keeps shutting itself off. I said that's usually a sign of something going bad in it when it starts doing that, or you're sitting on the remote, one or the other. You ever heard of that Deal Dash? I don't know if anybody ever actually bought anything off of that to resell on there. I keep seeing all these commercials. Oh, I got all this stuff for less than $50. I've only been on for X amount of time, and I've won 100 auctions. Well, I've looked at those auctions, and I tell you what, I don't see how they're getting stuff for under $50. Because every time I see it, they're, somebody's always bidding. I bet they do proxy bids on those, or they've got bid bots on that site. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I looked at it. Of course, I seen the commercial. I'm gonna go check it out, thinking, "Ooh, I could buy something off there for X amount of dollars, turn around and sell it for this much." But then I started looking at it. I'm thinking, I bet those have bid bots on them where they automatically get down to the last. Because every item you look at, the high dollar items, gets down to the last second, and boom, another bid every single time. There's no bids from. Starts every 10 seconds. There's no bids at the 10 seconds. It's always at the last couple seconds. I'm thinking, and some of that stuff's going for nearly what it actually retails for. I'm thinking, how's that a deal? You know, especially I think one was the newest iPad or whatever. It was at like $400. I'm like, okay, they're not like $550 in the store with all this amount of time left on it. So you notice, how is that a deal for anybody? And then you got to pay to buy bids, which I think is stupid. I'm thinking, why would I want to give you $60 to bid on something? Or $30. I forget how many. You get so many bids in a pack or something for X amount of dollars. I'm like, I feel like that lady, I ain't doing it. I would rather want my butt with sandpaper. I ain't doing it. I haven't read any reviews on it yet, but let's see what else. What other book we got here? I guess I could go look on storage treasures and see if we got anything going on there. Cincinnati Zoo. Now, what would they have to auction off? Club carry-all. What is it? Oh, it's an actual car, which I have one already. It does not work. I replaced everything on it but the motor, and I got a feeling that's going to be next. It's already up to $1,500. Wasn't that bad. The motor won't cost me that much. Cincinnati Fleet Services. Should have known this could be nothing but cars and trucks, which I don't need. Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County. They're selling ink. They're auctioning off ink. Cough up a lung, I feel better. Alright, let's go check out storage treasures. Haven't bought a storage unit in a while. Now, I've been on there, so I don't remember what my login is. Hold on, another phone call. Hello? You want to work and hang out? Packing up my some items. Well, wow good or wow bad? I don't particularly like how it works myself. I don't think you should have to buy bids. I think you should be able to bid just like they do on eBay. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have to get off here. Teresa's on her way here. We have to run down to U.S. Foods and pick up a shipment of items that they did not put on the truck to the nursing home yesterday, or just this morning. So she has to go down and pick them up. So, and I know how to get there. Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah, you're paying a bid. I know it's crazy. That's was my whole turnoff right there when I started reading up on it. So I'll stick with buying my storage bins and stuff like that, my thrift shops and all that good stuff. But hey, no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take the other two dogs out so that they're do their business before she gets here, and then I can just jump in the car and go with her. So, yay! Another U.S. food screw up. How can you forget to put a whole skid load of stuff on a truck? Stuff that these people need at the nursing home. It's how ridiculous. And she's got to use her own car to go down and get it. I said, I would grab the daggone bus. We'll probably end up taking my truck because it's bigger. If there's a whole pallet full of stuff, we're going to need the room. So, yay. Oh, well. So I'm going to get off here, and hopefully I'll have I might be able to catch the Posh Talk tomorrow. If not, I got a lot going on this weekend, trying to get stuff ready for trick or treat. So I'll probably be back Monday. Should have some stuff to work on where I'm not so boring. So I will talk to you all soon. Y'all have a great weekend. Get out there and get the picking and get the sourcing and get some good stuff to sell. And I will talk to you all Monday. So bye, y'all. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for chatting, and thanks for hanging out. So see ya. Peace out, dudes.